Team morale, team culture is very important, and our guys have been on accountability teams. We kind of drafted teams. We presented the team with 12 leaders. They drafted players, and they're competing daily on doing the right things, and they're having a real competitive moment with that, and it includes academics, community service. Some of our guys attended all the functions this week. They also attended Dr. Bridget's financial literacy program that she held a couple of weeks ago. So being involved in the community is something that we stress and expect from our young student athletes, because we feel like giving back is part of our duty and job. And I'm very proud of that. And just kind of moving on to this game today, we drafted a team today as well, so it won't be the typical one offense versus first defense and the second offense, second defense being on a team. So we had a true draft. Some positions are slightly better than others, and I think you'll see that the lack of depth in one area due to some guys that were injured and had to have surgery this offseason, in particular on the defensive line and defensive end spot. So some guys may have to, if something happens today, knock on wood, we may have to adjust and put some guys on the other side of the ball. But the first half will definitely be live. I'll make a determination on the second half. We will stop the clock today during incomplete passes in the first half, or if the team wants to call a timeout. Second half will be a running clock. Halftime will be 10 minutes plus putting 3 minutes back on the clock to give our kids a time to warm back up, which they shouldn't need a lot of time to warm up today because it is plenty hot today. And that turf is out there cooking as we speak. So, and the temperature is supposed to keep rising throughout the day. So hopefully our guys are getting fluids and hydrating themselves. The head coach of the blue team will be Enrique Davis. The head coach of the white team will be Damian Craig. And the coordinators are split up. We split the entire staff up. And we're going to have a victory meal for one team that wins on next Monday, the same night of the Panther Awards. Well, not a victory luncheon. So the winning team will get steak and shrimp and whatever Panther Dining provides, and the losing team will get beansy weenies and hot dogs. So they've been very competitive, and I think you'll see a competitive atmosphere today out of our young men. But very proud to be here. Now open up for questions if anyone has any. Hey.
You mentioned the 2 DCs. What are you hoping they're going to bring to the program?
They've already brought a lot of discipline, attention to detail. They're very meticulous in the steps and how we organize the installation. They went very slow. There's so many things that we still have to install, but they definitely installed the foundation of who we want to be without creating all the multiple things that we will become as the off-season progresses and as we go into fall camp.
Coach, one of the areas that you wanted to really focus on was the running game. And you said that you hired someone. What are you guys expecting today, just looking at the new improved running game?
Yeah, it's all about the offensive line. I feel like we do have depth in the running back room. DJ Murray returns. We added several running backs out of portal. Jalen Poe, Lanier, McCray, and I think you'll see those guys really perform well today. But it's all about having fun. But like I said, it's a deficit on one team, so I expect one team to outrush the other team, and it is part of our plan to win. We feel like if you can outrush our opponent, which today is the blue and the white, so whatever team wins the rushing title, we feel like have a great opportunity to win the game, provided that they don't turn the ball over and explosive plays play a part in that as well.
This is the first offseason for you roles where there's not going to be a second coordinator after the spring. Have you felt that difference yet as far as the roster you have, you're going to be able to work together? Is that something that you found?
Yeah, that rule is a change, but I think you will still see guys that will eventually get picked up out of the portal. And the same thing you'll start seeing, and we have already seen guys that didn't get their scholarships renewed or won't get their scholarships renewed, so that will kind of create new movement in the portal, so to speak. There's still over 3,000 kids that are in the portal that are seeking homes, and Division II doesn't have necessarily a portal window, so those kids are still available, and they're putting themselves in the portal daily, so we're not going to not address that. We do still have several needs that we have to address, in particular on the defense side of the ball. And we'll have several guys that will come visit us over the next 3 weeks to hopefully improve our roster and to make the necessary changes that we need to on our roster. It's just a different day and time with the transfer portal. College is not a education first, even though we all have that mindset and that's what we grew up on. But right now it's really, really tough because of the demands to win, and it's really a business. It's just like the NFL. The NFL have to cut guys, and not going to say cut guys, release guys for whatever reason. And that's something that, all colleges, especially the G6 level, will have to do.
And you talked about the defensive side as one of the areas that you want to plug in some holes. What type of athlete are you looking for to come here to Georgia State? Because it's not just about on the field, it's also culture and things like that.
Yep. Very good question. We were very intentional. I feel like we learned our lesson. I learned my lesson with taking too many Power 4 kids. Just last year, a lot of kids were entitled, not appreciative of being here at Georgia State. Thought you owed them things, so we were very intentional on trying to find kids that were hungry, wired the right way, in particular in the Division II and junior college level, where their facilities and things that they were accustomed to on a daily basis weren't as nice as what we have here. So the culture has been outstanding because of that. I would say may have less talent, but the mindset, the buy-in, and that's what's more important. And we feel like that's going to be hopefully a successful recipe moving forward.
Obviously, you've been focused on your program at Georgia State right now, but seeing that first go through the draft process and kind of clear up the hurdle and kind of continue to help with stock, how has that been for you seeing that kind of progress?
Outstanding. Like I say, Ted's going to be a testimony to a lot of future Panthers that will come here, and even the guys that we have on our roster now. You always got to make a decision where you are in that process for yourself as an individual. Ted being a senior, he had an opportunity to leave Georgia State, but he really believed in us as coaches, believed in himself secondly, and just not starting again and being a statistic of chasing the money as opposed to betting on yourself. Actually had a workout today with a team that was here working them out. They're actually having lunch right now, so very confident that he's going to get drafted very high, anywhere from second to fourth round, really depending on the team. Maybe that'll be the highest pick in Georgia State football history if he does go in the second, third round. I'm not sure of that, but very proud of what he did. And like I say, he's going to be a testimony to future athletes that we acquire. And he's really a big selling point to our program right now, because you don't have to go bigger to make your ultimate dream come true. But there are stages and phases to it that we understand as coaches, that we got to be realistic on. The money is real, and you got an opportunity to change your life. But if you're in a situation where your production could go down as a senior, but you'd rather make more money than you'll make here, then that's a decision that you have to make. But it's just information that we feel like we want to educate our guys on. Like, we're not going to be selfish as coaches and not allow them that opportunity. Like we had this past year, if they're afforded 6 figures and above, almost $1 million, then they need to go, because we can't pay them that much. And that's just a good start for them and their career if they do the money and use their money the right way. But I do think there's levels to it, and when you're a senior, it always takes 2 years of production to have a chance to go to the NFL. There's many examples of other players across the country, across G6, that chose to go to a Power 4 school, and their production went down and their NFL dreams kind of went down the drain. So that's the opposite of what Ted chose to do, and I think that would resonate with a lot of different players across the country. I mean, even Ashton Genty is another example that he had an opportunity, because, hey, I was at the other school and we were trying to get him there, and he decided to stay at Boise. So there's benefits to staying, and still can make your dreams come true. All right, appreciate y'all. It's all about the basketball coaches, so can't wait to hear them speak. And like I said, I'm definitely going to get their numbers so we can connect and kind of answer some questions and help them the way that the other coaches and athletic staff helped me. So different day and time with the portal, and I know they're heavily invested in that right now, and it takes everyone to kind of contribute to the success of athletics right now in this day and age. So thank y'all.
All right, Coach, thank you.